Hello there, I'm Aldra Hill, and this is a short video to talk about an insanely strong path that's a bit hidden for playing Burgundy. The Burgundian succession crisis has massively changed in the most recent update. There's a huge amount more control the player Burgundy and the AI Burgundy has over what actually happens. You can be independent, you can go into France, you can go to the Emperor or any country you like. But there's another series of events that is not particularly talked about. 5 years after the end of the Burgundian succession crisis, there's a new one called Incidents, Burjoin-Empire.1. As long as you are not a subject, you have a male heir, and it's been 5 years since the crisis ended, this new event can fire. This event allows you to join the HRE, but it starts a new imperial incident when the Emperor can either allow you in or ban you. And if they don't like you and ban you, you instantly get a gigantic pile of CBs. As you can see, you get a frankly stupid series of CBs. You get subjugation casus bellis on all electorates who are archbishoprics, and a restoration of union CBs on all electors that are not bishoprics. So you can just force vassalize / force personal union any electorate in the HRE. And the Emperor seems to always go for this option if and only if you do not have sufficient relations. Now, this is pretty difficult to achieve because it requires you fighting the entirety of the Empire and all of their allies, but it is possible with a few extra sneaky moves. I'm going to explain it with a series of event codes so as to spawn the events linearly. First of all, you get the Marie of Burgundy, and you have a bright future with Marie. Hooray, isn't that great? Next up, we go number 1. We get the Burgundian succession. Now, you could go independent, remain Burgundian. If you do this, you will then be declared war on almost certainly by France. And also, the Emperor will get an imperial incident to demand all of the lowland vassals you have. You will have to fight France, and then you'll have to fight Austria when you refuse that command. Very difficult. It's definitely doable, however. Or you could go under France. Click that, and you instantly get all of your vassals insta-annexed, making almost doubling your country size. The reason is because if you personal union a country that has vassals, they automatically inherit them to stop you having a personal union with vassals, or to stop you losing all your diplomatic relations limit by gaining their vassals. So you have just massively expanded your country and instantly got all of their soldiers, making you pretty strong. As you can see, I'm massively over my force limit. This then creates the continuous imperial diet of what to do with Burgundy. The Emperor can demand lowland independence, they can press their claim on Burgundy, or they can abandon their claim. It's very unlikely that they will abandon their claim. In fact, it's extremely unlikely. Looking at the codes, the demand the lowlands option, where they demand all lowlands be released, has an AI factor of 50. The next option, to just press claims on Burgundy, actually has an AI factor of 0. And the final option of abandon the claims has an AI factor of 1. But it will go down to 0 if Burgundy has only 80% of the military of Austria. So this means that there is a 1 in 50 chance that Austria will do this in a normal game. Wow, but it's fine. If they want to demand lowland independence, France can refuse. So this is again the problem, because then France can actually say yes or no. So there may need to be some tag switching. But regardless, it's really interesting if it goes perfectly. You also can then get a choice to declare war on the lowlands yourself, but it's easier if Austria just lets it go. But it's unlikely, but regardless, you can then fight them. Once this is over, you then have something else you want to do. If you've managed to end up with your vassals under France still, and you've managed to beat back Austria, congratulations, you've done well. Now, you have the next event. You need to liberate yourself from France. You need to get other people to support your independence, and you need to become free. If you can do that and you can fight off France and become an independent country again, that starts the next trigger, which is the incidents for Burgundy to join the Empire. Now that's kind of tricky, takes a while. As long as it's been 5 years since the crisis ended, 1825 days. Also, you don't have, and you also need to have an heir, and they need to not be a female heir. The HRE needs to exist, and you need to be free. Once that's happened, so you need to wait 5 years after freedom and the crisis is over, you get an event that allows you to join the Empire. This allows you to essentially just ask to be allowed to join the Empire, actually starting a new imperial incident, and this then does the ban their entry or not option. So if you have managed to get yourself in the wonderful position of having all your land as Burgundy, having all your vassals under your control, having beaten back France, you can be in a really strong position and then use those CBs on the Empire. Or you can just stay independent and win all the wars and get that anyway. But regardless, it's a really cool option. So if you want to try that strategy, it might work best in either a single player mode where you can tag switch or a multiplayer mode where you have a France and or Austria to help you along and is willing to create some interesting conflict. I was Aldrich and I continue to be. I hope this little strategy has helped you. I hope it was clear. I'm written it down on Reddit as well, so as to provide a bit more information, but it's really strong. Make sure to leave a like and a comment on the video if this helped you, and if you want to try it yourself. I'd really love to hear what kind of new games you want to play in E4 Emperor, and if you want any advice for them, I can make more videos as well. Bye.